Hello, I'm Carmelle. Thanks for joining me for this 10-minute leg burner, glute burner on the reformer. You'll need your ball today and box set up with a short box on the reformer. We've got one blue spring on, so just getting set up with one blue and the box and the ball. Stepping up onto the platform of your carriage. You're going to take the ball just in front of your right shin, rising up. Now, if you need to take your hands onto the foot bar to find your balance for a few repetitions, that's fine. Just warming up into that first lunge out and bring it back in nice and tall. Hands just on the waist to start with. Good. So we're just going to find some breath here. So we're going to breathe in as we take it away. Breathe out as you press through your front foot to rise back up again. And we're going to add some arms. Reach it out. Bring it up. Good. Open through the chest as you come up and rising up. Good. Inhale. Exhale, shoulders down. Good. Warming up into it now, starting to feel that right side warming up. Pressing that shin into the ball, creating that instability through your standing leg. Now 2 more here. And on the next one, we're holding it out. We're going to hinge forward, palms face down, scooters. Draw it in. So you're going to kiss those shoulder blades in together. Pull your elbows back. In. Good. Feel that warmth starting to come into that right leg, that right glute. Stay low. Here we've got 5. And 4. And 3. Whew. Starting to burn a little bit there. 2. And 1. Let's bring it up. Now we're going to turn to the side, just keep that ball where it is, roll it around onto the outside of that lower leg. All right, so for the first one, we're going to turn our carriage foot out to 45 degrees, and we're just going to send the carriage away as we bend into your standing leg and hinge forward. So sending it away. Good. We're going to hold the next one in and squat down into your standing leg as we push that carriage away and bring it up. So pushing the ball into the foot bar. Good. So you're getting a whole lot of work going on in that standing leg, starting to really open up through the hips. Got that external rotation happening through your carriage leg. And you can hinge forward a little bit more if that feels okay for you, reaching those biceps up close by the ears. Breathe it out as you return that carriage in. Now we're going to do a combination. So we're going to take it out and back in for 1. And then we're going to take the ball away. Turn out through your carriage foot to 45 degrees. So carriage foot still turned out to 45 degrees. Coming into a warrior now. Bending that knee over your toes. Keeping the little toe of that standing foot down and then bringing it back in. So push it away. Right, so we're just going to reach that ball on the next one. Reach it out. Pull it in. Give it a little squeeze into the chest. Breathe it in. And breathe it out. Good. Keeping those little toes anchored down of that standing leg. Bring it back in. And out. Nice and tall every time you come back in. Let's take those arms wide now as we come out. Let's reach the ball overhead as we return. And out. Let's start to really look to the horizon over your middle finger as you turn to look at that hand that's over the box. Reach. Bring it back in. You want to keep that pelvis neutral. Try not to let that butt stick out to the back. And back in. So on the next one, we're going to add a reverse warrior. We're going to hold that carriage open. We're going to reach that ball down outside your leg, closest to the foot bar, reaching it over. Then find that reach, lean into that arm, bring it back in, pushing down through that foot as you bring it back in. Take it out and hold. Looking over that finger. Reverse that warrior. Bring it back, find the reach. Push down through the foot, bring it back in. And out. Reach and reverse. And reach. And in. Starting to really warm up now. 3 more like this, guys. And reverse. And back. 2. Reach. Be in every single repetition that you're in, not thinking about the next one, not thinking about the last one. And reach. Let's take it into the reverse. And back. And all the way back in. Okay, so we are going to kneel down just in front of that box now. Pop the ball just inside the shoulder blocks and take your foot onto the foot bar, resting on the forearm, other hand down. Let's send the carriage away and back. And I'm going to add a combination here. So the next time we send the carriage out, we're going to hold it there. Flatten that top foot on the foot bar, push your weight down through the forearm and the hand, and seeing if we can find a lift through that bottom leg and through just a little bit through the bottom of that waist. Bring it back down, then bend and lift that kneecap up to the ceiling as you come back in. Send it away, place that foot flat down on the foot bar, and we're going to lift that waist, bring it back down nice and softly, and return the carriage. If you feel you can take it up that notch, that extra notch, you're going to add that top hand behind your ear and bring it up. Bring it back down and return. If you want it even more, you can lift and extend that leg and rise up and down through that bottom waist. Then bring it back down. So we've got a few options there. Stay with where you're at today. Remember, there's always room for next time to go to that next level if you don't feel like you're there yet. So make sure you keep some distance between that bottom ear and the bottom shoulder so you're not hunching. Lift and back down. We have 3 more. Beautiful. That's 1. Doing great, guys. That bottom shoulder really starting to build into some tension now. And 2. And 1 more coming up. And down. And bending that knee all the way back. Beautiful. We're going to turn and face into the box. Take that ball again, place it in front of your right thigh. Take the left toes onto the foot bar and your right forearms onto the box. So we're just going to move those forearms forward a little bit so you're not feeling crowded there in the body. Shoulders are directly under, over the top of your elbows. So let's take that carriage out, holding it there. You're going to lift up through the back of the hips as you roll your ball up the box, lower down and softly land, and return the carriage in. So sending it away. Rise, inhale, exhale, lower, return the carriage. Going to add a little pulse into the ball on the next one. So we take it away, rise up and hold, pulse into the ball for 3, 2, 1, lower it down and bring it back. You've got a couple of options now. You can take it into that pulse. I've got 1 more option here. Rise up, pulse into the ball for 3, hold the ball, rise up a little more, pike those hips, roll that ball up, then bring it back down, land softly, bring it back in. Good, take or leave the options. Rising up, pulse into the ball for 3. Rising up, pike the hips, bring it in, landing softly, bring it all the way back. Good, exhale. Inhale, rise, pulse 3, 2, 1. Rise up, bring it back down softly, and just 1 more. take it out. Rising up and pulse into the ball. And lift. Bring it back, soft landing. And all the way back in. Nice work, guys. So we're just going to take that ball down to the side for now. And we're going to take your left foot over onto the headrest, rising up. So let's just grab that strap. We're coming into a wood chopper now. So overhand grip on the strap and nice wide seat on the box. So you can either do this one staying seated, if that's your option where you're at today, or we can do it rising and lowering down. So we're going to exhale and rise and inhale and lower. Nice long arms. Beautiful. Nice job, guys. Breathe through it and slow it down. We don't want to rush through things. Slow, controlled, and mindful. Thinking about what's happening in your body, being present. And 3 more like that. 3. And 2. And 1. And back down, taking a seat. You're going to keep that strap in your left hand, turning around to face the front. Back knee is on the box, front foot is on the carriage. If this is uncomfortable, just take a seat on the box. You're going to rise up. Take that right hand onto the waist and hinge your body forward. Let's do a curl and release. So we're going to exhale and curl. Inhale and release. Now, if that feels okay, you feel strong there, we're going to add a press onto that curl. Bring it down. Press. Use that breathing. Nice and long through your torso. Let's hug those ribs in. 4. And 3. And 2. And last one. And all the way back down. All right, we're going to put that strap back down. And let's do a quick turnaround of the box. And we're going to lay tummy down on the box. Okay, chest is just over the end of the box. And maybe take that foot bar up just that little bit more. Okay, hands out wide, just a little wider than shoulder width. We're just going to slowly press it away and bring it back. We've got some perceived resistance there because it's still on a light spring. So you can stay here. I want you to point those toes and lift the back of the thighs just slightly, another millimeter towards the ceiling. And on the next one, we're going to add a throw and a catch and a throw and a catch. And let's see if we can add that lift and reach to the thighs and catch and bring it home. Lift the chest. Lift the chest. And lift. 5. And 4. 3. 2. And 1. And bring it in, holding it there. Small break. All right, so let's lift those toes again, lift the thighs. Reaching your right arm and your left leg. And lower. Left arm, right leg. Keep going with singles or do doubles. Let's reach and hold. And back. And 4. Inhale, rise. 3. 2. And hold and swims for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back down. Shuffle your body further back so that your pelvis and hips are on the box and your knees can just hang down over the end of the box, hugging your arms around that front end of the box. Bring those feet together through the heels into frog position. So you're letting those legs fall down, the knees fall down, shoulders are down. Good. Let's take an inhale and rise up. Press your footprints onto the ceiling and lower it back down. And getting into those glutes here, press the footprints onto the ceiling, lower it down, and press, and lower. Let's pulse it up now. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down and take the toes right out onto the edges of your carriage. Try not to collapse into those shoulders, keeping the legs long and the toes long. We're going to lift through those glutes. Lift it up, hold it there. Flex your feet, bend, pulse 2, extend and point those toes, and then lower it down. Lift it up, flex and bring it in. Keep those thighs lifted. Pulse 2, point and extend, lower it down. And inhale, out and down. Lift, 1, 2, point, and we have 3 more. Point and lift, pulse 2, extend and lower. 2, 2, out, and we have 1 more. Up, pulse, release, and bring it back down. And let's slide up onto our box. Come into a child's pose stretch. Sinking down into your heels. Knees wide. And breathe. Stretching out through that back. Maybe move those hips side to side a little if that feels nice for you. And rounding up onto your box. Move the knees back slightly. Take an inhale with your knees hip width apart. Exhale, scoop the belly and come into a cat stretch. Inhale as we release down, unzipping your belly all the way to the pubic bone. And then begin zipping your belly up, pubic bone, right up towards the diaphragm. Exhale. Inhale back down, shoulders not down into the back pockets. 1 more. Exhale up. And inhale back down. And back to neutral. And we are done on that side. So you can flip it back to the short box and repeat on the other side. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.